Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Kalila binti Khairi Azari and my matrix numbers is 01DKB20F2022. My team members is Ainu Fazin binti Abdul Malik, Nur Aisyah Safia binti Abdul Salam, Siti Nur Syahira binti Abdul Rahman, and Muhammad Rizwan bin Malik Faizal. So today, we will present about the service and the information that provided by Bank Simpanan Nasional and Bank Islam. So next, in the table of contents, we have 4 information, which is personal loan service, housing loan service, deposit service, and the last is the conclusion for overall topic that we present today. So, the first is personal loan service. So, I will talk about the benefits of personal loan in BSN and Bank Islam. For BSN, we choose MyRinggit as personal loan service. The benefits is financing tenure up to 20 years and 65 years old upon completion, whichever comes first. Second is margin of finance up to 80% plus 5% from purchase price and applicable at all BSN main branch nationwide. Next, for Bank Islam, we choose personal cash line I. The benefits is financing quantum. It is subject to a minimum of 5,000 ringgit Malaysia salary account and subject to a minimum of 10,000 ringgit Malaysia fixed deposit structure investment or unit trust. Second is margin of financing. It is up to 100% if secure against fixed deposit, up to 80% if secure against structure investment, up to 60% is secure against unit trust, and up to 1:1 with amount of salary credit to Bank Islam.
Thank you, Umu. Hi, my name is Nur Aisyah Safia binti Abdul Salam and my registration number is 01DKB20F2013. Now, I will begin the talk with the requirement for personal loan in MyRinggit from BSN. For this loan, they will have an additional 1% from the above interest rate without insurance. For the loan limit, the minimum limit is 5,000 and the maximum is 200,000. Tenures for this loan are up to 10 years. For Bank Islam, we choose personal cash line I. Firstly, in this personal loan, they have their own takaful coverage. The documents required are secured against fixed deposit or structured investment. For the sales earner or individual, they need to give each copy of NRIC, latest salary slip, latest 3 months bank statements of salary credited account, and for the customer and the professional, in example, doctor, dentist, they need to give their practicing certificate from personal bodies. Salary earners or individuals also need to give at least one of the following. First, the latest income statement form B, EBE or EA or EC. Second, any other latest income supporting document such as EPF statement. Next, for the sole proprietor or partnership, they need to give a copy of NRIC, business registration, last 6 months current account statements, latest annual income statement, BA or B form, with payment receipt, and last 2 years business financial statements. Lastly, the payment method for Bank Islam personal loan is standing instruction from current account linked to the personal cash line I.
This is the interest rate for personal loan for Bank Simpanan Nasional MyRinggit. Interest rate divide into 2, which is fixed rate 4.60% to 5.30% and floating rate is base rate plus 1.75% to base rate plus 3.77%. It also has interest rate without insurance but additional 1% from above interest rate. Minimum loan limit is 5,000 ringgit Malaysia and maximum is 200,000 ringgit Malaysia. Loan tenure is up to 10 years. This is interest rate personal loan for Bank Islam. personal cash line I. This personal loan is divided into two, which is fixed deposit, structured investment or unit trust, and salary account. Their interest rate is same, that is 2.52%. The floating rates for the fixed deposit structured investment or unit trust is base rate plus 3.95%, and for salary account is base rate plus 2.95%. Minimum loan for fixed deposit structured investment or unit trust is 10,000 ringgit Malaysia, and loan tenure is maximum 5 years with no age limit. Minimum loan for salary account is 5,000 ringgit Malaysia, and maximum loan tenure is 3 years or up to the retirement or up to the 70 years old.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I am Siti Nur Syahira binti Abdul Rahman 01 DKB20F2008. Will continue the presentation at fees and charge for personal loan. Fees and charge for Bank Simpanan Nasional is stamp duty, which is referred to Stamp Duty Act 1949. They also charge on wakalah fee, that is 30 ringgit Malaysia. Next is insurance or takaful, but this fee is an optional, that is pay based on age, tenure and total loan. Moreover, they also has optional for perlindungan I, that is charged on 5,030 ringgit Malaysia. And lastly is will fee, if there's any end, been charged for 5,000 ringgit Malaysia. Next is fees and charge for personal loan Bank Islam. There has only two charges, which is stamp duty, that must be referred to Stamp Duty Act 1949, and wakalah fee for 50 ringgit Malaysia.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ainul Farzin and my matrix number is 01DKB20F2018. I will talk about terms and conditions for all of this service. First, I will talk about personal loan. For joint account of Bank Simpanan Nasional Maringgit personal loan, joint account customers shall join and severally undertake to indemnify and hold the bank against loss, claims, demands, proceeding, costs, expense, and other liabilities whatsoever, and whenever incur arising from any instruction issued by any of the joint account customer. And then, for joint account of Bank Islam Personal Cash Line I loan, in the event of bankruptcy or demise one of the joint of account holders, Bank Islam is authorized to close the joint account and release the remaining balance in the joint account to surviving or solvent account holder as trusted. Such release shall constitute a valid discharge by Bank Islam and of the amount in the account without any liability to the account holders or heirs of the joint account holders. Next is dormant account or unclaimed money. For both Maringgit and Personal Cash Line I, they have a same condition, which is any credit balance standing to the account which has not been operated for 7 years or more will be transferred to the Register of Unclaimed Money under the Unclaimed Money Act UMA 1965. Customers shall transact at least once a year. Banks shall consider the account as dormant if the account is not active for a period of 1 year from the last transaction date.
So, the second is housing loan service. So, I will talk about the benefits of housing loan service in BSN and Bank Islam. For BSN, we choose residential property as housing loan service. The benefit is loan tenure up to 35 years or not more than 70 years old at the end of the loan period, whichever first, and margin of financing could reach up to 95% upon the purchase price from the developer. Third is easy to apply. It is provided at all BSN mains branch nationwide, and the convenient payment channels is BSN branch nationwide, standing instruction or saving account, and the last is interbank giro. Next, for Bank Islam, we choose Wahda Home Refinancing. The benefits is complete house and high margin of financing up to 90%, excluding stamp duty, legal fees, and valuation fees. third is financing tenure of up to 35 years or age 70, whichever is early and no lock-in period, no compounding elements, and last no processing fee.
Now, I will talk about the requirement for housing loan in residential property BSN. For individual or joint applicant, they need to give a copy of an RIC the applicants or joint applicants, payslip original copy and latest 3 months copies, latest 3 months bank statement, latest 6-month bank statement of other income, latest EPF statement, employer confirmation letter, J form or latest income tax declaration, a copy of sale and purchase agreement or property documents, and a copy of evaluation report for property purchased from panel valuer registered with the bank. For the organization, they need to give the organization bank statement for the period of 6 months, organization financial statement for last 2 years approved by authorized audit body, B or BE form and LHD and receipt, business registration certificate SSM, memorandum and articles of association M and A of Form 24, Form 44 and Form 49, and lastly the Board of Director resolution. For Bank Islam, we choose Wahdah Home Refinancing. Both salary earner and self-employed need to give a photocopy of identity card and sales and purchase agreement. Other than that, salary earner need to give latest 3 months salary slip, latest 3 months salary crediting account statements, employer confirmation letter, annual income statement or BE form or EPF statement, and any other supporting income documents. For self-employed or businessman, they need to give company or business registration, last 6 months bank statement, latest 3 years financial statement, latest B form and any other supporting income documents.
Now we go to housing loan interest rate for Bank Simpanan Nasional residential property. Effective profit rate divide into 2, which is non-fact and fact. If your loan RM100,000 Malaysia and below, profit rate for both is base rate plus 3.00%. If your loan more RM100,000 Malaysia until under RM300,000 Malaysia, profit rate for non-fact is base rate plus 0.6%, and for fact is base rate plus 0.75% if your loan more RM300,000 Malaysia until under RM500,000 Malaysia. Profit rate for non-fact is base rate plus 0.5% and for fact is base rate plus 0.65%. If your loan more RM500,000 Malaysia and above, profit rate for non-fact is base rate plus 0.4% and for fact is base rate plus 0.55%. Loan tenure for both is whole tenure. And this housing loan interest rate for Bank Islam, Wahdah Home Refinancing I. Current base rate is 2.52% per annum. But if your property value is RM100,000 Malaysia to less than RM250,000 Malaysia and more than RM1,500,000 Malaysia, base rate plus 0.58% and EPR is 3.10%. If your property value is RM255,000 Malaysia to RM1,500,000 Malaysia, base rate plus 3.30 base rate plus 0.38% and EPR is 2.90%. Tenure is up 35 years or age 70.
Next is fees and charges for housing loan. Bank Simpanan Nasional charge on stamp duty based on Stamp Duty Act 1949. They also has disbursement fee that is limited to stamping fees, registration of trust, lodgement, withdrawal of caveats, bankruptcy, and land search. They also charge on valuation fees that only applicable to complete property. Next is fees and charges for housing loans Bank Islam. They also have stamp duty charge that is referred to Stamp Duty Act 1949 and also has disbursement fee that only include fee for registration of charge and have others related charges. For valuation fee is applicable to complete property or own construction by contractor only. Lastly, BSN charge on wakalah fee for RM30 Malaysia. Bank Islam charges wakalah fee for RM25 Malaysia and have cancellation on fee that customer must pay all costs that incurred by the bank.
Next, for housing loan terms and conditions. For Bank Simpanan Nasional residential property for freezing account, the bank reserves the right to freeze the account at any time by virtual law, BNM directive or investigation or court order, regulation or enactment, bankruptcy of the account holder, winding of company. This is of account holder insanity or at the discretion of bank. And for Bank Islam Wahdah home refinancing, Bank Islam may freeze, hold, suspend, close and or place any other operate tagging on customer's account whatsoever and dealing with the balance in the customer's account at Bank Islam direction upon receipt of the notice of debt, insanity, bankruptcy, and winding up or upon being served with order from court relevant authorities or enforcement agencies or at Bank Islam's opinion proper and necessary to do so where it is final and binding. Both banks choose this condition in statement account. The statement of account issued by Bank Islam shall be valid and binding against customer if not dispute within 14 calendar days from the date of the statement.
So, the third is deposit service. So, I will talk about the benefits of deposit service in BSN and Bank Islam. For BSN, we choose Giro E-Saver as deposit service. The benefits is internet-based savings account with online convenience and high multiplier interest rates. Third is enjoy 5% bonus interest on the interest for minimum monthly balance of RM5,000 Malaysia and above, and waiver on annual card fee. The last is transaction can be viewed online. Next, for Bank Islam, we choose card saving account. The benefits is free saving, passbook and bank card facilities. Third is salary crediting and sweeping facility. And other than that, is standing instruction, facility and hibah may be given on a monthly basis based on the bank's discretion.
Lastly, I will talk about the requirement between Giro E-Saver from BSN with card saving account I from Bank Islam. The age requirement for Giro E-Saver is individuals that age 28 years old and above, while card saving account I are open to all. Next, the minimum opening for Giro E-Saver is RM500 and for the opposite is RM200. The minimum balance that need to be kept in BSN is RM100 while Bank Islam is RM10. Lastly, Giro E-Saver are open to Malaysian citizens or permanent residents and non-residents of Malaysia but only with working permits. For card saving account I, they have various types of account. First is individual account. This is for 12 years old and above. Second is trust account. This is for children that under 12 years old and it must be opened with parents or legal guardian. Lastly is joint account. This open to the account jointly with another person.
Okay, this is deposit interest rate for Bank Simpanan Nasional, Giro E-Saver. If monthly balance RM5,000 and above, it will earn bonus interest at 5%. And for Bank Islam, kat saving account, I don't get any interest.
Next, I will continue on fees and charge for deposit. Bank Simpanan Nasional charges RM20 Malaysia for closing account within 3 months and RM10 Malaysia yearly for dormant account if account above RM10. For Bank Islam, they charge RM20 Malaysia for closing account within 3 months and charge RM10 Malaysia for stamp duty. Lastly, for dormant account, money will be absorbed if the account above RM50. That's all from me. Thank you.
Last one is deposit. The last terms and condition is for account opening, Bank Simpanan Nasional Giro E7 and Bank Islam Card Saving Account. Make a same statement which is the opening of the account is made through the bank's prescribed form and subject to the bank's requirement including minimum age, minimum deposit, identification document and such other requirement which may be imposed by the bank from time to time. For deposit and withdrawal, for both bank, deposit may be made into the account with or without a passbook. Cash withdrawal via automated teller machine ATM should be subject to the terms and conditions governing operations of debit card. For conclusion, my teammates and I choose Bank Islam. We prefer service from Bank Islam compared to the Bank Simpanan Nasional. It is because for personal loan, they offer lower in interest rate. They also up to 100% if secure against fixed deposit and easier to fill up the requirement. Next, for housing loan, there is no lock-in period, no compounding element and no processing fee. The valuation fees is applicable to complete property or on construction by contractor only. They also financing children of up to 35 years or age 70, whichever is earlier. And last one, for deposit hibah may be given on a monthly basis based on the bank's restriction. The age requirement to open all and the minimum opening is RM100. They also allow us to open joint account. We choose to compare the service of housing loan, deposit and personal loan. After we compare the service from both banks, we think that Bank Islam serves the best product and service for everyone. At the end, we agree unanimously, Bank Islam is a better choice for everyone. That's it. Thank you.